Hi, this is the Globe Theater. We are here now at the Globe Theater. Just in case everything sounds a little weird and echoey, it's because I'm so far back. Because I'm using the 50 millimeter, so it's a little blurry in the background. Because everybody likes blur. Anyway, we're at the Globe Theater in London, England, right? And we're waiting for our tour of the Globe Theater. We went on 3 things. We did the London Pass. That's pretty good. The London Pass was a good investment. My wife, we did 3 things today. The Tower London tour.
London Bridge. The Tower Bridge tour.
The Tower Bridge tour, the Tower London tour, and we're doing the Globe Theater right now. And we're going to the Shard. And that's 4 things on the London Pass. 4. 1 day. 4. So, I've been enjoying myself. So, we started our morning out with, we had these incredibly awful words. My wife hated them. And we found out that English mustard isn't has absolutely has nothing to do with mustard in any way, shape, or form. She smelled it. It smelled like horseradish, and it was hot Chinese mustard. And then we hopped on the subway. The tube. Didn't we? We went straight on, and we got on the tube, and then we went to the Tower of London, and I have to tell you, we had a great opportunity to listen to a good guide, and here's just a little snippet of him.
The bastard! I'm hoping for some people here that's a brand new word. That's good. He defeats Harold II, Saxon King of England at the Battle of Hastings. He's crowned Christmas Day, 1066.
Yeah, that's all I could do with that, because basically he told me to shut up. So, but you're not supposed to tape there. I didn't realize that at all, but I guess you can't even...
I think he didn't want it taped.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. You could take photos, but...
Oh, he didn't want to be taped. So therefore, he stopped me. But the tour was nice, and then we got wet, and then really windy, and it got cold, and my wife used her umbrella for the first time, and it went really, really badly. And then after that, we went over to the Tower Bridge, because it's kind of right next to it. You'll see a picture right here of exactly how close those 2 things are. I could take pictures of the Tower of London from the bridge, and from the bridge, like really, really close to each other. Borough Market. We went to Borough Market. It was pretty awesome. And we ate these incredibly tasty empanadas. Here's a little segment right there of empanadas. Tasty, tasty empanadas. I had a little bit of wine, and we got to watch the rain fall for a while. And then we walked over here to the Globe Theater. Now, my feet kind of hurt, mostly because I'm a fat person. But if I was in better shape, I probably would have better feeling feet. Anyway, now it's the Globe Theater. Here's that B-roll.
went around the world that same year, visiting every single country that was safe to go to. So I think we only missed out 3 countries in the world. And that was quite interesting, going to some places where theatre is not necessarily a regularly done thing, and certainly not Shakespeare. So spreading the word a bit. And performance is done in lots and lots of ways. Sometimes we have looked at things they might have done. A lot of the time our plays are done in modern dress, because that is what they did. But we have also tried to recreate the clothes they did wear. And I think we were unique in the world of theatre in attempting this. No one else had ever tried making Elizabethan and Jacobean clothes as they were done. And that means entirely by hand, only using the techniques they had and only the fabrics they had. We don't use anything modern at all. So there's a total truth in what you're wearing as an actor, and it changes the way you can move, and it's much more comfortable than synthetics and all the rest of it. It's lovely to wear, but crazy expensive. The last time we did what we call original practice was 2012, when we did Twelfth Night, and in it there's the Countess Olivia, who's a very, very high status character. And we thought we'd just go about as far as we could. How much would you be prepared to spend on a single dress?
Laura.
Roughly. Chuck out some figures. What would you think is a decent amount of money? 300. 300. Okay. Any more than 300? Any more than 300?
Really nice.
We're a long way off. We're a long way off.
Right.
Is it closer to 10,000? It is closer to 10,000. We're still a long way off though.
Really?
Yeah. The fabric cost 15,000.
Oh, wow.
Just the fabric. It was hand woven in Italy as an exact copy of 16th century cut silk velvet. There are 3 people in the world who know how to make it.
Right.
And it takes months to make, so you have to pay for it. The whole outfit cost roughly £35,000.
Oops, I got a bit of sausage roll on this.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Where is
Yeah.
it today?
It's in our storage. It was on display in the British Library for a short period, but we keep it very carefully at the moment because it now has become a thing of its own right, and it has to be looked after, so it won't be used again. And a lot of the original practice clothing we have is now just purely for storage. I don't think we'll use a lot of it again because it's way too precious and expensive, because the team who did that work are no longer with us and we're now doing things in a more conventional way. But it was a fun experience.
How long did she wear it on stage? Was that just one of her dresses?
No, same dress for every single show, and it was done here in quite a long run. Then it went to the West End, and then it went to Broadway, so it got worn for quite a lot for a long, long time. So it's slightly worn out.
Well,
and there's quite a lot of white makeup around it.
Or as they would need to get their money's worth.
Absolutely, yeah. And we did, we made lots and lots of money out of it, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Did any men ever wear it?
Oh yes, it was made for Mark Rylance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the only man who did wear it, in fact, as far as I'm aware. His understudy had a much cheaper version.
And you call it in practice?
Original practice.
Original practice.
We don't like the word authentic, because...
Does that mean men act as women?
Well, yes. If we go down the route of doing everything original practice, that means this is the scenery they had from beginning to end. So you can bring on furniture, but that's about it. And that explains why in all the plays, when location is required to be understood, they tell you where they are. This castle hath a pleasant seat. What country, friends, is this? This is Illyria, lady. Thou taught me they're stolen into this wood, and here am I wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia.